Every year, business schools and corporate training programs deliver thousands of hours of lectures, case studies, and reading materials to millions of professionals worldwide. This chart plots learning retention over time, and it exposes a massive leak in that educational system. Starting from 100% on the left, the line drops sharply, bottoming out at just 20%. Research shows that over 80% of acquired knowledge vanishes if it isn't actively applied in real-life situations. Traditional educational methods rely heavily on static reading and standard business cases. These formats keep students in a passive role, asking them to absorb information without ever giving them the opportunity to actively pressure test it. When these professionals eventually step into high-stakes corporate roles, the gap becomes obvious. They can recite management theories perfectly, but they lack the practical reflexes required to navigate sudden market shifts or operational crises. The traditional classroom does an excellent job of transferring raw data, but transferring data is very different from forging dynamic leaders who can actually change the trajectory of an organization. Eureka Simulations breaks this cycle of passive retention by forcing the user directly into the center of the action. Instead of reading about what a hypothetical manager did 10 years ago, students enter immersive, experiential simulations. Every choice they make triggers immediate, measurable consequences in a live, simulated market. To replicate the actual complexity of a company, the platform's portfolio covers a massive range of interconnected disciplines. Participants are forced to navigate the overlapping demands of supply chain logistics, daily operations, corporate finance, and marketing strategy. By forcing students to manually adjust these complex, abstract business variables, the platform creates an engaging, deeply memorable cognitive experience. The end result is a profound level of retention and practical skill that consistently outperforms standard traditional classroom instruction. For executive and graduate programs, this methodology culminates in ExSim, a comprehensive capstone simulation engineered specifically for high-level strategic decision-making. Inside the ExSim environment, the challenge is intensely multifaceted. Teams cannot just focus on the bottom line. They have to balance profitability with continuous innovation and long-term sustainability, all while actively managing labor relations and research and development pipelines. To manage this, teams use role-specific dashboards that mirror the exact tools used by real-world board members. They analyze over 20 detailed management reports to anticipate competitor moves and adjust their strategies in real time. ExSim synthesizes pure analytical depth with highly volatile human dynamics. Effective leadership requires managing a web of interconnected, competing priorities rather than trying to optimize isolated metrics in a vacuum. That ability to manage interconnected systems is especially critical right now, as executives face the urgent need to master emerging technologies like artificial intelligence. Take the critical care, critical data simulation. Here, participants act as business translators, managing an AI lifecycle. They have to analyze data and produce predictive models to improve actual health outcomes during a severe, high-stakes medical crisis. But before a leader can manage a high-tech medical crisis, they have to master foundational operational mechanics. That is exactly what the Pearson Cosmetics manufacturing simulation is built to test. In the Pearson Operations module, students take complete charge of a factory floor. They are forced to manage highly tangible variables, calculating lead times, allocating capital expenditures, and running predictive asset maintenance using data to fix machines before they break, to keep the assembly lines moving. Whether they are deploying predictive AI algorithms or optimizing a traditional supply chain, these modules provide something invaluable: a safe space to fail. Leaders can experiment, make mistakes, and master these complex systems before a single dollar of real capital is put at risk. Optimizing a factory is a matter of mathematics, but true leadership eventually hits the highly nuanced challenges of human negotiation, ethics, and stakeholder alignment. In the Lake Como simulation, students are forced to confront the tragedy of the commons, a situation where individuals with access to a shared resource deplete it for their own gain. To solve this real-life sustainability problem, participants have to negotiate and agree on highly unorthodox solutions. Those stakes are scaled up to a global level in the E-Roads Climate Action module. Here, participants engage in intense international policy negotiations, trying to balance rapid economic growth with global sustainability and emissions targets. The platform forces players to learn a vital lesson firsthand. Visionary leadership means balancing economic acceleration with global sustainability and strict ethical responsibility. This map visualizes a massive global footprint. To date, Eureka Simulations' immersive methodology has enriched the learning experiences of over 25,000 students worldwide. These interactive environments are actively trusted by top-tier corporate organizations and prestigious academic institutions to drive concrete professional growth. Institutions even leverage these tools to meet rigorous educational quality standards from international accreditation bodies like AACSB and EQUIS. The simulations turn student decision-making into measurable, verifiable evidence of specific learning outcomes. The ultimate value is found in the realistic, hard-won insights gained by the players themselves, bridging the gap between a student's theoretical potential and their executed reality. Genuine professional growth does not happen by sitting quietly and listening to a lecture. It happens only when a leader is forced to make a decision, allowed to fail safely, and empowered to try again.